Happy Sunday, Stampers and Paper Crafters. This is Facebook Live number 378. My name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. That's a really long time ago. I have a really cool card for you guys tonight, and hopefully you'll stick around and learn how to make it and then try it for yourself. I'm going to put you down at the table in just a second. If you get motion sickness or anything like that, just look away and I will let you know when I am done messing around with the camera. All right, so hold on. So it's like a -3 degrees in Minnesota right now. So today is like the perfect day to stay inside and stamp. I did not venture out at all this weekend. No way, no how. Too cold. All right, so I'm tightening this up, seeing if I can get everything in here. We'll squish in a little bit. There we go. Add some light to the subject, and okay, so I think we're good. So again, my name is Joy Borwedge. You can look now. Instagram page is stampinforjoy.stampinup.net. No. Stampin' for Joy. I got a little ahead of myself. My online store is stampinforjoy.stampinup.net. You can use the host code at K2W2PPES. You can use that host code when you have an order that is under $150. When your order is over $150, do not use that host code because I want you to receive the free product. PenguinZ33@outlook.com is my email address. So if you do not have a demonstrator that you're working with, you can send me an email, to contact me to receive that catalog. That's the annual catalog. And I would send that to you if you do not have one. It's good through the end of April. And then keep it around and use it for ideas, because that is also a great idea book too to get you started. And then also the January through April mini catalog that started January 7th and it runs through the end of April. And this catalog has quite a few beautiful new products in it that would be great in anybody's stamping collection. Then we also have the online exclusives, so you could check that out. And then we also have the special release papers, the designer series paper. And these are actually papers that have been very popular in the past, and Stampin' Up! Just updated them with fresh new colors. And they are available in the online store. You can also check out the Last Chance products. Now, these products are not going to move over to a next publication. They are actually while supplies lasts, and if they sell out, they're not coming back. So that is in my online store. And don't forget to check out the scrapbooking brochure. Now, this here is, you can go to the 3 lines in my online store and click on what's new, and the scrapbooking brochure should pop up for you. And then also, if you like to scrapbook, I mean, this is a great way to introduce new products, but also these scrapbook products can also be used for card making. Now, these workshop kits will give you 3 2-page spreads. So you have six pages and basically 3 layouts. So that's a 2-sided and a you know, a left side and a right side, just like a normal book does. And so I'm not a scrapbooker. I used to scrapbook Mike and I's vacation trips, but we've moved and we've had to pare down, and things went. There's also new products that are introduced, like the two-tone cardstock. Now, make sure that when you purchase something, you pay attention to what you are getting, because the workshop kit is one thing, and then there's additional products that are available to go with it. And like this one here, this is the Storybook Life. This coordinates with product that's in the Spring Mini Catalog. Now, these you can use for scrapbooking, but you can also make a card that says Hello Spring. And then the Designer Series paper comes with stickers and 2 sheets of the pre-cut designs, I should say, not stickers. But I mean, yes, there are sticker sheets. So just pay attention when you look. And this Meant to Be is so cute, and it coordinates with last year's. Now, last year's stamp set, the B set, does not fit with the dies, and this does not fit with the punch from last year. But you can blend them together to have more B products. And then the Designer Series paper, it's the same as last year, but it's different colors. Now, how fun is that? And this one here is Everyday You and Me. And so it's great to look together, you know, to look at the products. And you can also do home decor with this stuff. So take a look at it and see where your mind goes with these things. Now, the reason why I've told you that is because for every $60 you purchase, you get to pick something out of the Celebration brochure for free. Now, tonight we're going to be using the purple sequins. Now, I have done several Facebook Lives, including the products that are free. Now, these are free from in January and in February. So once they're gone, they're gone. So again, while supplies lasts. Okay, so tonight's card is a really cool card, but it has a lot of parts to it. So let's kind of look at what we're going to be playing with. We're going to be playing with the beautiful Bokeh Suite collection in the Spring Mini Catalog on page 39. And we're going to be using the bundle. Now, a bundle is when you have a stamp set and a die set, or a stamp set and a punch. And that they coordinate with each other, and when you purchase them together, you, as a bundle, you save 10%. Now, also, when you purchase a suite, you still save that 10%. So it's really cool. Now, this one's a 2-pager, but you really can't tell because we're using a lot of it from this particular set. Now, there's also the hybrid embossing folder, and let's see if that will show up better. And this is a hybrid 3D embossing folder, and I'm going to show you how to use that. Now, my last Facebook Live that I used this, I also did the hybrid embossing folder, and I told you that it was the first time I had ever used a hybrid embossing folder, so that was really cool. And then we're going to use the beautiful Bokeh Designer Series paper, and let's see, that is this one right here. And so the fronts and the backs have kind of like the lights. It's kind of like a photography thing. And you could see the bubbles in the background. And then on the back side, now this one does have the bouquet part, but then the rest of them on the back side kind of reminds me of cotton candy. I don't know why, but the colors are pretty cool and they're kind of splattered. So we're going to be using some of that tonight. And the colors coordinate with that are Balmy Blue, Berry Burst. I have that wrong. It's supposed to say Berry Burst. And then Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, and Fresh Freesia. So that is the Designer Series paper that comes in the suite. It's a 6x6 and it's 48 sheets that you get to play with. And then also part of that suite is the beautiful itty bitty bouquet mix. Now this is actually really pretty. Now I did my original card with that, and we're going to actually use the purple adhesive backed sequins, and then I'm going to show you the difference. Now this is a celebration product that you can earn for free. So when you have an order that is a subtotal of $60, this is one of the selections that you could choose. So the original card is this, and so the beautiful bouquet, I picked out different pieces of it's sequins, and I don't know, kind of like adhesive backed, you know, like pearls, but it doesn't have the adhesive on it. So you can make shaker cards with this, and it would be a lot of fun. And so I'm not going to show you the inside, because the inside is the cool part of the card. So then we also have this beautiful ribbon, and that is called the Iridescent ribbon. It's in the annual catalog, and there we go. It is iridescent, and it plays with the glimmer paper that I have chosen to work with. And then, so let me show you the glimmer paper. This is an online exclusive, so it's not. Hey, Pauline, welcome. How you doing? Glad you can make it. Now, I made this earlier so that maybe you don't have to go to bed. So I asked my husband, I said, do you want to have dinner at 6, or do you want me to do my Facebook Live at 6? And he said, dinner. So I'm earlier. So cool. This is Old Olive, White, and Berry Burst. And like I said, this is an online exclusive, so it's not in a publication. And it's a really great glimmer paper, because you can rub it and it does not come off. And it doesn't leave your surfaces, or it doesn't leave you a glitter trail wherever you go. And that I really love. And then we're also going to be using window sheets, and these are in the annual catalog, I think. I think so. If not, they're in the online exclusives, but we got them available, so we're playing with that. And yeah, so there's like different places to go for things, and sometimes it's like, where can I find that? But in the search bar, when you're placing an order, if you type in the word window, it'll show up. And if you type in, say, like sequins, the celebration sequins will show up. And if you type in, and every sequin with the word sequin will show up, whether it's for the online exclusives, if it's from the the spring mini catalog, if it's in the last chance list, or so that search box up in the top. And then when you click on that search box and it brings you to wherever it is, you can click down at the bottom. There's little dots that send you to the next page until you find what you're looking for. And then all you have to do is add to the add to your cart. So that's what I do. And so you don't necessarily need to know the number right away. But if you know a word, like the word butterfly, you could type in the word butterfly, and everything with the beautiful butterflies will pop up. So it's a really great system. I'm going to take a drink here. I have raspberry lemonade. So, okay. So this is, like I said, this is the card, and the really cool piece is on the inside. Okay, so if you like the outside, you're going to love the inside. All right, so let's get going with parts. Okay, I need to put things where I'm not going to say I need to use it. So I need to keep this over here. And so we're going to do the hybrid embossing folder. Now let's get you the items that we're going to be playing with tonight. And I saw this idea on Pinterest, I think it was. I don't remember whose name it was, but it's the idea has been around for a long time, and this is just my first time attempting it. And I was designing it, and I was like going, okay, I really, really love this card. And I'm thinking I'm going to do this for my stamp camp coming up on the 31st, the 1st, and then the 2nd. So that's an in-home stamp camp at my place. And then we're having, oh, I forgot to talk about the event. Then we're having the event. Check that out. It's February 22nd. It is at the church in Highland Park. And the registration is thestampinevent.com. And you go home making 16 different cards. And so one of the cards for the event, and I'm going to show you, is this one. And so I designed 4 cards for this event, and this is a fun fold. And this part right here is not the part that I consider the fun fold. So you're going to be making one of these cards. And so check that out and register early, because we need to know how much we need to cut up for and all that kind of fun stuff. Now, I'm going to actually show you. I'm going to just kind of tease you. This is a card that we're going to be making at my stamp camp at the end of the month. And so you're going to want to have to RSVP, so I know how many pieces to cut and stuff. And this is a totally fun and cute card. And you're going to love the card I'm making with the dinos for the event as well. So anyways, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I have 6 pieces of window sheet, and they are all 1/2 inch, but they're kind of different sizes. We're going to chop some down so that they are longer. So I'm going to lay those right there so you could see that better. All right. We have a piece of basic white. It is 5 by 3.5. Another 1/2 inch strip. This is of the beautiful Bokeh Designer Series paper. We need 2 pieces of fresh freesia, and they are 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. And now, if you do not have, Karen, welcome. It's nice to see you. If you do not have this Designer Series paper, you could do the same layout for whatever you have. Use whatever you have, okay? This is another piece of that Designer Series paper, the beautiful Bokeh, and this is 6 by 2.5. And I have another, these are scrap, and they are 2 pieces. They're a 1/4 inch, and they're of that glimmer paper that I told you. That is the online exclusive glimmer paper. Berry Burst. This is 4.5 by 3.5. And beautiful Bokeh. This is another one. It is 4 by 3. And this is the base piece, and it is 5.5 by 4 1/4. Okay, so I just want to make sure that it's in line so that when you come back, you got everything to cut up. And then I also have a piece of scrap paper. We're going to stamp 2 butterflies on it. Beautiful Bokeh. We're going to do one. It's a scrap piece of paper. One other butterfly. another butterfly of that scrap piece of paper. And then we're going to do 2 butterflies out of this one, and then we're going to do 2 butterflies out of this. Okay? So I'm just going to leave that sit there for a second, just so that you can come back in, watch this card being made, get your parts all cut up. Now, if you don't have, say, butterflies, I saw this idea done with a heart. Hearts, different size hearts. And so you could do that. You can use flowers for the inside of the card. What other can you use? Let's see. Animals. You could do the otters. The otters would be so cute. Let's see. You know, the submarine. The submarine would be really cute with the fishes and the jellyfish. Oh, I could do that too with the jellyfish and the squid and or even the new ones, the lobster. Let's see here. Friends of the ocean. That would be really cute because a lot of the designer series paper down here, you can fussy cut and then have them on the doing the fun part on the inside. Okay, I think that's enough talk, and let's start getting our stuff stamped and die cut, and so we could start getting this together. Okay, and I designed this today, and when I design, I don't necessarily start with the part that I'm going to, just comes, you know, and so trying to do it on a Facebook Live, it's much different because you don't necessarily do it in the order in which you're doing it. Okay, so, and I just want to say that you're going to want to do a thumbs up or a heart because that's going to get you entered into the drawing to win this card that I'm demonstrating. Leave a comment. All you have to do is say hi and then share this on your timeline. Now, maybe your stamping friends haven't touched their stuff in a while, and seeing this this video being made, it might inspire them to start it up again. Oh, Pauline, thank you so much for sharing. You're so sweet. I love that. Okay, so let's do some stamping, and we're going to do some scoring with the score tool, but I got my silicone mat out, and the reason why is, number one, I do that. This is one of the biggest tools besides the take your pick tool that I really do recommend a crafter has. But I'm putting them because the window sheets are clear. I don't want to lose them, so I'm putting them over to the side here so I know exactly where they roam. And I'm going to take all the skinny pieces and put them together up there. And we're going to do our stamping, like I said. And I just want to make sure that I'm stamping on the right projects. See, these get die cut and no stamping. And let's see. Stamping. No stamping. Okay. I just want to organize my thoughts so that I'm not, you know, rushing back and forth. You know what I mean? Okay. So this here is going to go like this. Okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to attach that yet because I'm going to stamp it. And I could put these two pieces together. I'm going to grab my silicone mat, leave my window sheets up there. But I love that the fact that when I get my adhesive on here, it doesn't stick to anything. So I'm going to attach that just because then I have a better idea the space I need. Okay, so I put my adhesive on the back side. And like I said, this is just a piece of scrap. So I'm going to come in and grab that and put that like that. Okay. So then now I'm going to move this over. I'm going to just lay this on top because this is now going to give me the idea as to where I should stamp. Okay, this is going to be my greeting, and if I mess up, then I could flip it over because nothing's attached. Okay, so this card is going to say hello on the outside and so thankful for you. So you can make this card, whoever wins it, for any occasion that fits. So I'm going to grab my Memento ink pad, and this is going to say so thankful. Just tap, 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 no squishing. And okay, I have a fuzzy on there already. How did I do that? I think sometimes my... Okay, let's see if that works. Test it out. I like to test it out on my Stampin' Pearson mat. It's very... I'm going to clean this for just a second because it seems very inky. I did re-ink it a while ago, but I have like 5 Memento ink pads. I have... I'm designing for the event, and so those cards are already designed for. And then I'm having my stamp camp at the end of the month. And so I'm designing for that. Now, my blocks are being used. There we go. Nice. I'm not squishing. Okay, so my blocks are... I need to have more blocks. Okay, so thankful. And then now we're going to close that up. Just for now, because I am under the thought that anytime you have an ink pad open, that is an invitation for something to be dropped in it. I'm wearing light color, so I might as well just roll that up just in case. So, like I said, it's a -3 or a negative. Yeah, it was a -3 degrees today. -5, so it did warm up a little bit, but I did not make it outside for that specific reason. I am a freeze baby unless I get a hot flash, and then holy crap, I can melt a snowbank. Okay, so thankful for you. So now that works out really nice. We can glue that together, and that will be the inside of our card. Now you're thinking, Joy, that's not anything special. You are correct. All right, so we're going to go grab that silicone mat again, because there is a little bit of adhesive on there, but we're going to put more on because we want it to stay. And I always like to have a little bit of white showing down at the bottom. You don't have to do that. I'm thinking that this might be a card that we make at my stamp camp, but I'm trying to decide if I'm doing that or not, because there is a lot. Judy, hi, welcome. It's a lot, but I'm thinking that this is kind of a cool technique that people might want to actually physically do. So I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure. You might do a different color then, you know, because this designer series paper does come with different colors. And so that is the inside of the card. Now, seeing as how that looks nice, we're going to put that off to the side. And we are going to stamp. Move that. Like I said, I'm keeping my window sheets on there so I know where they land. Now, seeing as how I stamped the For You and the other one, I like to clean them off right away. The black, I find that the black does not stain the photopolymer as well as the the redder, the purpley ones. So like the Berry Burst, the Real Red. I think even Night of Navy does stain your photopolymer a little bit, but not bad. Okay, so we are going to do the black again. And so we're going to get out the main butterfly. Well, one of the main butterflies. So this is a stamped image, and it has a die to cut that out. Okay. And then we're going to do one of the same color. Or, I mean, same in black, but on a different color. So these are the beautiful bouquet colors. And then here we're going to give, one thing about having the glass mat is if your silicone or your photopolymer sticks really well to that, it's kind of funny trying to lift those up. And we're going to get some blue color in there. All right, so these are going to be die cut. Okay, and I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so those are going to get die cut. And we'll put that off over here. And then this is going to get die cut too. So we'll clean off. Clean as we go. All right. There's a fuzzy on there. Come on. No fuzzies. No fuzzies on my... Now this is the Simply Chamois. It's in the online store. It's in the annual catalog. I don't think you see a very big picture of it. I think you just see a snippet. And now this is actually a big piece. But when I have my stamp camps, I like to have a Simply Chamois in each one. So I am not buying 4 big ones to go to each table. So I just chop one up and it's in 4 pieces. Okay, I think we're gonna do the die cutting, the die cutting. So we'll grab the Stamp and Cut Emboss machine. And we're gonna also do the hybrid embossing folder. Okay, so I'm gonna squish out so that you could see everything. And so let's do the first one. The first one we're going to do is it's just going to need platform number 1 and number 4. So this is the dark gray plate. And so that means that we're going to need, now you can just put a piece of paper in here, cardstock, and then have it emboss. Just plain old embossing, no problem. So that just goes in there with a piece of cardstock, and it goes, and it'll have that big butterfly and all the way around it. Now you could certainly do this for scrapbooking too, but we're going to do the actual embossing and cutting out at the same time. So we're going to grab the Berry Burst cardstock. And the first thing that you want to do is, I don't have fingernails, so it takes a second for me to get these things opened up. Now, you're going to take your die and you're going to lay it in here. And when it's in its spot, you can kind of feel it like it's not going to move. Okay, so you're going to put the indentation, the cutting edge facing up. Then you're going to take your cardstock, lay that on top, and then hold that cardstock in place. So when you flip it over, you should see the cardstock all the way around, and it's not going to, it's like right at the edge there, there's like a little tiny piece, so I don't need to move my cardstock. So it's in its perfect position right now. And you always want to make sure that the spine of the folder goes towards the rollers, and that's for every embossing folder, because otherwise you're going to break it. All right, so you just crank that through, and that noise is normal. And you're not going to need this anymore, so I'm just going to set that off to the side and then open this up. And isn't that cool? You can see that texture on there. It cuts it out, and it is all done. And take the die back out, so then that way you know where it's at. I mean, don't close it, because otherwise when you're going to try to find it, you're going to be like, where's my where's my die? So just make sure you take your folders out, or your dies out of your hybrid embossing folder so you could find it later. Okay, so now that that one's done, we're going to do die cutting. Okay, so we're going to put that off to the side and grab the number 2. Okay, so number 2, mine's well loved and it's beveled, so I just face mine upside down. I have a cutting plate that I move back and forth. I flip it around, and it's very loved as well. And that's a number 3. And this is my top plate. I try to keep my top plate clean so I could see through it. And now we're going to put stuff. All right, so we are going to put that one, and I think, okay, yep. We're going to put this one on there, and through the magic of camera and Facebook, I have die cutted all those other pieces out because I need 2 of those. The only thing that comes with the double is the 2 butterflies is this one. So I didn't want to have to come back and do everything single. So I just did everybody. And then a lot less work. So the only thing that we need to put through here now is this one. And that gets the top plate. And we're going to go through. Okay. And this beautiful bouquet makes great butterflies. Okay. I can play with that. Okay, looks like I'm going to need my people poker out of the take your pick tool. Might as well get all those parts out. You can use your die brush. I have a die brush. It would be less messy than having all these. I'm in Minnesota. Everything is static electricity right now. And if I were to take this plate off, all these little pieces would just go phew, and I wouldn't even have to do anything with it. Okay. So there we have that beautiful butterfly out of that Bokeh designer series paper. And I'm going to just leave that. I'm going to put the other one on top of it so they don't fly. I will throw that away later. Okay, now I put all my my dies on this magnetic sheet. So then that way, after I get done with them, seeing as how I'm not done with the card yet, I can put that in there and not lose my pieces. All right, so this is going to go back where it sits. I will clean that mess up after we're done with the video. And I'll put my lid back on because I don't want to poke myself. So we need to get the Simply Score tool out. This is generally how I score things. And the reason why I do it with this is I have no way to accidentally cut it. Plus, you can do boxes. You can, you have a really nice deep score, and then you can do kind of like fun designs with lines. And I've done that a couple Facebook Lives, but all right, so we're going to do 3/8. So 1, see, this is 4 1/4. Okay, so that's 1. So there's a little mark there. So there's 1, 2, 3. So 3/8. We're just going to do that. And 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We've got 2 of those. Okay, we're going to grab the bone folder because we want to make sure that we have a very good, what is that? I've had some markings on my cardstock and I don't know why. Okay, it's not like my mat is dirty or anything because I clean my mat constantly. All right, so we're very, we have a very good burnished line. And let's see here. I am thinking that this is going to be the inside of the card because that will cover that up in the corner. And because I have no idea why my cardstock has that on there. So we can add that right now. And we're going to put that on there and get that going. Okay. All right, so that's the bottom part. This is going to be the top part. This is going to be the outside of the card. So I am going to add adhesive. Now, I didn't cut this down to the exact size because I'm going to cut a little bit off, but I kind of wanted that mixed color. And I'm going to bend that. I'm going to have a little tiny bit at the top, and I'm going to put this all the way over to the side. There we go. Squish. And then we're going to do the same thing with this piece as we did with the inside, but we're going to put this one on top. And again, we're going to grab that silicone mat because this is a very small surface, and the adhesive goes on to that. And we're just going to put that right here. This is white, but when it's pushed with these colors, it puts those colors, it picks that color up. Like I said, it's from the online store, online exclusives, I mean. So that is the 3 colors: Berry Burst, Bold Olive, and White. And we're going to do something with the white that I don't know. I've done it before in my Facebook Lives, but I don't know if you've seen that because, you know, I've had new people here and there. Okay, so we got that, and let's put our butterfly together. So we're gonna use a lot of mini glue dots tonight. Now, I took this cording and wrapped it around And so the reason why I do that is so when I pull this forward, it shows me the next one that is in line. I'm going to take off this. I'm going to kind of roll it with my, take your pick tool, and I'm going to put that right there on the center of my body, of the butterfly. Not mine, my body, but the butterfly body. And stick that, roll that up, and there we go. And that is going to go right there. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do something. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I told myself I was going to put the Wink of Stella on first, and I forgot. So this is how you fix that. You take your Wink of Stella and make sure that it's in the tube, and then you just lay this down and color your butterfly. Oops. Because the person that you're going to give this card to is going to really appreciate you for taking the time to make it so beautiful. All right, so there's one side, and we're going to flip it to the other side. Okay. Just I'm laying it down on its side so all the brush parts are hitting the Designer Series paper. All right, there we go. I'm a little glittery. Okay. I mean, how beautiful is that butterfly? Okay, so that is going to dry and have enough time to dry, I should say. And there's my scrap piece of paper. I might use that again. You know, I'm going to squish in just a little bit again so that you could see better. Woo, sorry for the unfocusedness of that. Okay, let's see here. What do we need to do now? Okay, we need to play with our butterflies. Okay, so we have so we have that butterfly and that butterfly. Oh, yeah, I changed something just so that I could show you a technique. Well, not a technique, but, you know, something cool. This is white, right? Okay. If you grab your Stampin' Pearson mat, just because it has the paper on it, grab your fresh freesia and a Stampin' Blend. Now, if you are a Stampin' Blend, grab your blending brushes. I am just going to grab just a little bit on the top, and I am going to color the center of my glimmer paper. Just so it's not so stark white, okay? And I'll close that back up. Okay, now these guys, they need a mini glue dot. Like I said, we're going to be using those today. So grab the main butterfly, lift that up, and right in the center, how pretty is that? Isn't that cool? Okay, one down. And the next one. And when you go, you know, in the online store, go to that search box, and if you type in the word glimmer, all the glimmer paper that is available will pop up. And so, squish. Oh, come on. Let's get another piece then. Maybe it needs to dry more. Okay. Do. Squish. Stay. All right. Okay, so that is done for now. Okay, so now that we are going to be doing butterflies, we need to decide. So I have my butterflies, how they're going to go. Let's see. I'm going to rip off this paper because it bugs me. Okay, so we're going to do that butterfly. And then we're going to do this one. And then we're going to do this one. And that one. And that one. And then that one. Okay? So we want to make sure that we take the smallest ones, because this is what happens when you have window sheets and you cut things down and you have these little scraps. Use them. Make really cool pop-up cards. Okay, so now we're going to grab one. And I think we're going to grab two, but we're going to kind of put them a little close together and not too far away. All right, so that is one, and that is going to go kind of like that, okay? You want the butterflies all standing straight up, you know? They're never standing straight up when they're flying. Okay, so we're just going to let that go like that. Okay, this butterfly is obviously flying that way, so we have to always make sure that it faces that way. So then this one's a taller one. So we're going to put that, grab that glue dot, and put that there. And then this butterfly, this one's going to go on a smaller one, if I have that available. There we go. That one's a smaller one. And then put that there. Okay. And then this butterfly is going to go like that. And this one's going to go a little shorter, but it's on a long one. All right, so we're going to put two of those together just because it's kind of a bigger butterfly. There we go. That one's actually going to go that way. Oops. Now I see there's a little bit there, so I'm going to snip that off so I don't forget. Where'd it go? Okay, there we go. Okay. Oops. And that came off. Stay. All right. If I have to put a little glue down, I will do that. Okay, and the next one will be this one. Okay. These guys are flitting by. All right. So then now we are going to throw that away. Like I said, a lot of glue dots on this one. Mini glue dots. Okay, so then now we're going to take the tear and tape from it's in the annual catalog. And we're going to put that on the line here. And where did I put my... I'll be right back. I want to have a nice edge. I don't want it to kind of come off, so I'm just gonna do that, burnish it. And same thing with this one. I don't have fingernails, so rather than having parts of glue parts hanging out, I have Pampered Chef little scraper thingies, and I use 2 of them in my, ooh, no. This is the top one, okay, and, yeah, so this is how it's supposed to go. So you want to make sure that you put this the right way, okay. And I'm going to take off the butterfly. It's trying to fly away. Take off the, okay, I'm going to use my bone folder to burnish that down so that comes off nicer. Because again, no fingernails. Take your pick tool. I try to put fingernail polish on them to make it strong, to make them stronger, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I work with boxes at work, and so they get very brittle very quick. All right, so we're going to put that butterfly right there. And then this butterfly right there. And then this one. And then this one. And the little guy in back. Just make sure it's within the realm of the card. And this one. Okay. So then now we're going to take this and flip this over. Grab our snips and get rid of all those extra pieces. Okay, come on. And you can use, you know, these window sheets for other things, but those 2 little small ones I'm going to throw away. Okay, so right now, those little guys are just like that. Now, if you wanted to, you could probably just do something to the back so they don't look as not so pretty, but hey. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to take the Wink of Stella and just kind of brush over the body. And then kind of hit the outside and the bigger spots of the butterfly. You can do the whole thing if you want. I just don't want everything to glitter just because we have the glimmer paper on here. So I want to give the eye a little bit of rest from all the sparkle. Yeah, that's the Wink of Stella lady telling less sparkle. Okay, so I'm going to get this out of my way. Now, we're going to undo, we're going to burnish this one down so that it's easy to come off. Now, if you were doing, say, multiple cards of this, do it in batches. You know, do the same part, you know, assembly line. Okay, so we are going to put the two parts together. Ooh, I think. Okay. There we go, the window sheets. And then this piece is going to get laid upon the berry burst right in the center there. And just give everything a nice burnish. Now, no dimensionals were used in this card. I don't say that very often. Yes, there were. Never mind. Sorry, I forgot. We haven't done the front yet. Okay, then we're going to do the word hello. And I'm actually going to clean it off. They're sitting in something, so I want to make sure that it is good. All right, let that dry for a second. We're going to make a bow using that iridescent ribbon. Now, I almost made this a birthday card, but I decided let's use other phrases from, because the last time I made this card, I made a birthday card. So let's use other parts. Okay. Come on, let's go. All right, so mess around with the bow, and then once you're happy with it, then you pull. Okay, I think that is a good bow. There we go. I've got a lot of tail left, but oh well. Okay, oops, a little bit more on that one. There we go. Okay, so then we're going to put that there. I kind of wanted to do the bow first because then when I made my card, the original card, I stamped the word hello first in the black, and I put the bow on and it covered a lot of the words. So I just kind of want to make sure, oops, just lightly tap. There we go, much better. Then I want to be able to see. So we'll kind of do it more down here, and then it will hang out much better. Okay, so we'll clean that off. I really like this butterfly. I mean, nothing says to me spring than butterflies. And when I lived at my house, we had a lot of butterflies. And I am so sad that I don't have that. But I do have a hummingbird that comes to the apartment. So I am going to do anything and everything in my power to continue that. Okay. We're not done yet. Okay, so we're gonna get this. I forgot when I said no dimensionals in this card. I forgot that, yeah, gotta use dimensionals on the butterfly. Oops. All right, so just at a slight angle, stab and grab those backings. Maybe, maybe not. Guess got it already. Okay. Bend that. Put that right there. Squish that down. And do that. Squeeze. And then we're going to use the purple adhesive backed dots. And we're going to use a little bit of everything on here. Okay, so for me, I'm going to use the bright one and the big one down at the bottom, because your eye is drawn towards that larger piece. And then we're going to put another one. We're going to actually do 5 on this one. So 1, 2, and then we're going to go 3, 4, oops, 5. We're gonna make 7. Okay, so now this one creates a triangle, this creates a triangle. Let's put one right there. Oops, stay off. So that is a triangle. So that's 1, 2, 4, 6, and we got one more. So let's use that one. And we'll put that one right there. So create a triangle, and it's more visually appealing to the eye. And I think we are done. What do you think of the card? So this is the front of the card, and that is the inside. Make sure all my, when I first made this card, the I didn't cover up all the oh, I forgot. We're gonna put one on the inside too. Let's put one right there. There. Okay. So those mini glue dots, the sequins, are the free celebration item. And so then now we can go back in and give everything a little squish so that it gives it life. Okay. So that, I mean, who would not like to open that up when they get a card? I mean, card outside looks pretty, but when you open it up, you do not expect those little guys flying around. Who wants to win this card? All right, so I'm thinking we might do this for my stamp camp. Might do a different color variation, but I think that would be a lot of fun to get people to actually try it and be able to test it out. And if they have any questions, I'm there to help them with that. So all you have to do to win this card is do a thumbs up or a heart. That'll get your name into the drawing. You can leave a comment like hi. That gets your name entered to win this card. And share this on your timeline. You might have a friend that needs a hobby. This would be kind of fun. Make somebody's day. And by sharing, that gets your name on the timeline, or sorry, share this on your timeline, that gets your name entered 2 times. So I want to say thank you very much for hanging out with me on a Sunday evening, and I look forward to seeing you. Hopefully I'll be back on Thursday. Thank you, Judy, very much. Take great care and have a great week, and happy stamping.